Hello, class. It's Dr. Miller here. We are entering now into week 3 in our MDAA 101 course. Our topic for week 3 is managing health information. So, you have a variety of assignments to complete this week. You have your discussion forum to post in. Please post your initial response no later than Wednesday. We'll discuss the topic here in just a moment. You also have work to do in Connect. You have your Connect reading and your Connect assignments. You're going to have your portfolio project to work on, and you have your check-in. So, starting with the discussion. Working in a medical office requires effective communication with coworkers, patients, and providers talking on the telephone. Your communication, both verbal and nonverbal, are important. You want to discuss 5 effective communication habits, include verbal or nonverbal or a combination of them, that you will practice when you are communicating with others in your career. There are often barriers to communication with patients, providers, and insurance companies. Please select one of the scenarios from the list below and discuss how you would work to overcome the barrier and communicate with that individual. So the first choice is the patient does not speak English and instead Spanish is their first language. An anxious and scared patient is in the waiting room. An angered patient calls about a medical bill dispute and not having the finances to pay the bill. And finally, you have a patient that's complaining about poor care manners by one of the nurses. Again, please submit your initial response no later than Wednesday. And then you want to also be participating over 3 separate days and responding to 3 of your classmates. Posting your initial response by Wednesday gives you the opportunity to meet those participation requirements. So next, you have your Connect assignments. You can find the link there, Connect assignments. And when you click on the link for the Connect assignments, you can see your 3 links here to complete your work. Make sure you're always clicking on these links. So you'll go in first, do your chapter 5 reading, go through and complete those chapter 5 concepts. After you're done, you come back into the classroom and you'll click the link for the Connect assignment 1, complete that, come back into the classroom and click the link for Connect assignment 2. Once you've completed those 3 assignments, your grades will automatically transfer over into the classroom. Next, you have your portfolio project, the next portion to complete. And again, we're talking about communication. So it's the MAA, proper telephone and triage technique. In this scenario, your supervisor would like to schedule your next progress meeting. Now that you understand that your role as an MAA and the importance of upholding patient confidentiality, your supervisor needs to assess your professional communication skills. Medical administration assistant typically handles all incoming calls to the medical office or offices where they work. It is important to present a positive attitude while following proper telephone technique with each patient and ensuring each patient is properly triaged. So you will open up the template and you've got a couple of tasks to insert into the template. First, you are going to be creating a telephone script of at least 300 words in length using proper telephone technique steps by selecting one of the examples below of the types of calls often fielded by an MAA in the list. You will begin the script by answering the call within 3 rings and using a proper greeting. You will end your script by closing the call. You have a list of 6 different types of phone calls that you can choose from. Pick one, and you're creating a script. So you're answering, and then maybe the patient's asking something and you're responding. So you've got some choices. Patient calls to request an appointment, requesting a prescription refill, wants to talk with a physician or nurse because the patient is ill or needs some medical information. The patient has a billing or insurance question. It's the insurance company calling requesting information on a patient, or a patient calling with a complaint. The second half of this week's portfolio project work is in at least 100 words, demonstrate you can properly assess the needs of patients that call. Each patient must be properly screened to meet their needs by asking a predetermined sequence of questions. So typically when we have these triage questions, they are predetermined. So many times you are working off a script based upon the type of call that is happening. So here we have 4 patients to choose from. You are to choose 2 of them. And you're going to create a script for each selected patient with the proper sequence of questions based on the needs. So you've got a new patient who needs to make an appointment. Patient B is a patient that wants to know the results of his lab work. Patient C is a new patient calling with chest pains. And patient D is an established patient who needs a refill on their prescription. So that is what you are going to be adding to last week's template for your portfolio project. Then you do have your week 3 check-in. This is you didn't complete it 0 points, or you did complete it 100 points, right? So as we approach the midpoint of this course, we'd like some feedback from you in your own words. Reflect on your progress so far and summarize how you're feeling about it, and what are your expectations from me going forward. Is there anything that I can do to assist you in success in the course? All right, have a great week, and I will see you in the classroom.